That's right. Welcome to Brain Wreck. I'm Jason X.
And I'm Kevin Graham.
And this is the best show on the internet that's having no trouble with connection or internet whatsoever.
Yay, internet. It's so good that in 2023, after the internet being sort of like, you know, the most important thing, and so many people, businesses, and just government entities' lives, that we can still manage to not always have the best connections and not always have proper access to a thing that literally helps people survive and make a living. The best effing show ever. Patrick Fenton, you are correct, sir. The what's right? that was pre-show stuff. That's all the stuff that y'all aren't privy to, that we do beforehand. Like we technically do a show before the show for ourselves.
That's right. You know, like we're actually friends.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. We are.
Yeah.
So we do a pre-show before this show for ourselves. And typically what happens is like we get all the good content out.
We really do.
And you're just getting whatever's left over.
Yeah, you're getting the seconds.
Just like not even the seconds, just like, well, you know, you bought all of this. And, you know, we had some of the extra just lying around, so we figured, what the hell, we would just throw it in. So you might get some like weird colored meats and things like that. Yeah.
It's like when you buy the T-shirt and you get a sticker with it. You're like, oh, fuck, this is dope.
When I buy a T-shirt and they include a sticker, like they've got a customer for life.
Right? That means that you care.
Yeah. And I was just like, I didn't buy the sticker, but they gave me a sticker. I'm very easy to please, which is weird that I still manage to get angry at businesses and brands because I'm like, the bar is so low. I am the easiest, cause like I could walk into a car dealership and be like, hey, can I buy a car? And they'd be like, it'd be this much, and I'd be like, cool. Like that's how easy it is to sell. Like I just need you to sell to me. Just like tell me the number. I'll give you the money. Give me the thing. That's like I don't need to sign paperwork. We can just leave it at that. You know, do what you need to do. I'll do what I need to do. If you got stickers, I'm all ears.
You know what I saw the other day that blew my mind? That people still fall for this trick or the old scam, the old radio scam of the 90s.
The radio scam of the 90s?
So, back in the 90s, they used to always run the scam of, hey, if you want free tickets to Monster Jam or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. Always Monster Jam.
You got to come down to the Universe Cellular and Dish parking lot.
Yeah.
To meet you know, radio DJ Chubb. And Big Chubb in the morning, and if you put a bumper sticker on your car, you've got a chance at winning those tickets. But if you don't got that bumper sticker, you can't. You can come down. You can talk to Chubb. You ain't getting no Monster Jam.
Yeah. Big Chubb ain't giving you those Monster Jam tickets if you ain't putting that bumper sticker on the back of your car. Which, speaking of which, if y'all haven't been to specifichonks.com, you need to head over there right now and pick yourself up a bumper magnet. If you pick up a bumper magnet and put it on your car, we'll send you.
We'll give you 15% off that bumper magnet.
We'll give you. That's I was trying to think of something legit, and I was like, I don't have it, and you're like, the answer's literally on the screen. We'll give you 15% off the order of your next bumper magnet. Specifichonks.com. Check it out. A lot of fun. Monster Jam was last weekend. Monster Jam is always last weekend. When is it?
It never leaves, Patrick. Like they just drive around in a circle and come back.
I feel like there are a handful of times throughout the year where I go, I wonder when the next Monster Jam is. Oh, it was last weekend. Okay, that's fine. I didn't miss anything. Yeah, Fenton, did you go? Did you go to the Monster Jam?
Did you go to the Monster Jam?
If you did, let us know.
Was Gravedigger there?
Gravedigger.
To be fair, like,
Formerly the Golden
don't they just make like 15 of those things? And they're like grave diggers
Bro,
here?
it's all the work.
Of course it's all the work.
It is. Oh, I suddenly got quieter. Yeah, hang on. I think I may have figured out what is happening with my microphone.
Oh, you figured it out?
Hello again. It is struggling.
Let people, let them know. Let them know.
Jack.
Oh my lord. No, he did not go to the Monster Jam. He went to the midget wrestling. Which is that like was
I
that
heard of that as well.
Is that like the official name?
It is. It is. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I did get quieter. So like, I'm very loud right now. Real talk, I may have blown out my mixer.
So maybe you do need all new equipment.
I might need all new equipment.
See, this is what I'm talking about. We need to take our t-shirt money and we need to invest it into an LLC so that you can get new equipment.
Loud. My volume is literally all the way up on OBS and this mixer right now. Hang on, let me I think there's one other thing I can do here. Maybe now this is okay.
Is it okay?
Check. Yeah, because I keep hearing pops in my mixer, like static pops. Yeah, it's not good.
That happened once when I spilled a soda on my old mixer.
Well, you probably shouldn't be spilling soda on your mixer.
Well, it wasn't intentional.
Well, very loud now.
Very loud now.
What about? Very quiet now. You're louder now. How about now? Let me know now.
Did you fuck with the gain?
Give me a 1 in chat if I sound good. Give me a 2 in chat if I sound bad. Oh, you're fine now. Okay, great.
What is with you, man? Like, you spent an hour and a half on your last video game stream fucking with the sound.
Dude, I don't know what it is. Thank you, Fenton. Perfect. Yeah. I don't know what it is, man. Like, legitimately, I do not touch any of these settings week after week. It's literally all the same. I don't go in and fuck with anything. The mixer everything is on the same level as before. I can tell you right now, I'm getting quieter. Because like the mixer on my screen, the volume, like it is just going down. It's going down, and I don't know why. It was in the yellow a minute ago. I am losing it. Okay, I'm losing it. I don't.
Looks like you gotta put yourself together an Amazon cart, fella. You're fading away. Which is like, is it better to burn out or like
again volume
or not hear Kevin? Like, what's the better?
Hang on, let me vamp for a minute. I'm gonna change mics.
I'll vamp for a minute because I got some shit to talk about, folks. A lot has happened in the axe world, mainly construction, and as we talked about last week, you know, I am in the middle of a kitchen remodel. Do your cats walk on the mixer? Because my cats do walk on the mixer and fuck everything up.
No. Oh, this is worse.
It's worse. What is this? From the hip with all these technical problems? I didn't watch a show. I'm assuming it went well, so I'll catch the replay. I was too busy remodeling a kitchen.
Hello. Okay, this isn't any better.
So anyway, we're halfway through the remodel. We're at the part now where we're starting to buy things to put the kitchen back together. And we discovered a product that we never knew existed. We have done a ton of work, Fenton. We discovered a product that we didn't know was a real thing. And then when we found it, we said, how have we lived this long without having this item? How is it possible to go through your whole life doing things a certain way when it could have been so much better for you?
What was it?
Are you okay now? Are you?
No. I'm asking questions to test.
Oh, okay. So, redoing the countertop, keeping the old countertop, just kind of like doing a little touch up of it. And to do that, we had to remove the old sink. We pulled out the old sink, and then we realized it's probably not a good idea to put that old sink back in. We should probably put a new sink in. So we went out, we bought a brand new sink. It's a square one. It's really cool looking. It's got one of those what are the cutting boards, in there, a little strainer thing right in the sink.
Oh, yeah.
And so the first thing we bought was a new faucet as well. And we said, if we're going to buy a new faucet, this is the goddamn house of the future. So we bought ourselves a motion activated faucet.
What?
Yeah. So you wave your hand. It's kind of like going to the bathroom at Disney. Like you just wave your hand in front of the sink and it starts flowing for you. So like this is amazing. And apparently most of those faucets that do that kind of shit, they run on batteries.
They run on batteries?
They run on batteries because
Okay.
like you got to power the sensor type of thing. And we're like, we don't want to do that. Like batteries are terrible. You got to replace them. We wanted one that you can plug in, which apparently is a bad idea because like nobody sells this thing like where you actually plug in your faucet, which just saying it out loud doesn't seem like the best idea, but it's better than batteries. But we did find one that is a plug-in faucet, so like we're stoked. Now, the sink that we bought, are you familiar with have you ever bought a kitchen sink?
I mean, I bought a house that had a kitchen sink. I don't know if that counts.
So when you buy a kitchen sink, you got a lot of options for holes. Okay?
For holes?
You can get a 3-hole. You can get a 4-hole. You can get a 2-hole. You can get 1-hole.
I mean,
Just depends on how much you're willing to spend.
yeah. And what are you going to put in those holes?
There's lots of options, which is what we're getting to. Okay. So our old sink was a 4-hole sink. Okay. It's a 4-hole sink. Basically, you got your main faucet.
This is so dumb. So stupid.
I'm getting to it. I'm getting to the good part, okay?
I hope so. I hope you're going somewhere with this.
I am. It's the greatest thing you've ever seen in your life.
I don't know if I believe you, but okay.
So the old sink that we had was a 4-hole sink, which means that your main faucet gets screwed into 3 of the holes, and then you have your 1 hole for your sprayer.
Yeah.
Okay? The new sink that we bought is a 2-hole sink. Okay? Which instead of putting the main faucet through 3 holes, you put through 1, and then you got your room for your sprayer. But however, these faucets are so fucking fancy now. The sprayer's like in the thing, and you pull it right off the thing, and you spray the gimmick, and it slides right the fuck back up.
Okay.
So we don't need a sprayer anymore.
Sure.
So we've got an empty hole.
You just have a hole.
So we got to fill that hole.
You got to fill that hole. What are you going to fill the hole with?
Of course. Yeah, you got to get a double hole sink filled. Okay. So we were looking for options, and one thing is you could just plug it. But like, what the fuck? Like,
don't they make
wasted
caps?
Opportunity. They do make caps.
So cap that hole.
You could cap the hole. However, with just a little bit of an investment, a $40 investment that will change your fucking life, we bought ourselves a cup washer.
One of those like you put the thing down and it sprays up?
Fuck yeah, we did.
Okay. You're getting like a bar going over there.
So it's like the fucking thing at Starbucks, like when
Yeah.
they wash out the fucking gimmick and they put the thing in,
Yeah.
except for your goddamn cups.
I mean, a faucet would do that too, but like I like where your head's at.
Like, think you gotta think big picture, right? How many times have you put in the fucking cups in the dishwasher? You go and get a cup of coffee and there's some shit in the fucking bottom of it, right?
I mean,
Some
I haven't
fucking
had that
bullshit.
issue yet.
Okay, well, you don't have kids that do the dishes. So my fucking kids do the dishes and they
Yeah.
suck at it. So with this, you tell them you fucking wash the goddamn cup first and then you put it in the dishwasher.
But isn't that wasteful? Aren't you wasting water that way?
You're wasting water washing it twice in the fucking dishwasher.
I mean, that's true. But don't they say to like not wash your dishes before you put them in the dishwasher?
No, that's big. That's big soap getting at you.
See, no. Well, okay, because like no, yeah, because like it's one of those things. Like, do I eat the egg yolk? Do I not eat the egg yolk? What do I do? Like, some people are like, yeah, you should like wash the dish a little bit before you put it in the dishwasher, and then other people are like, no. That's wasteful. Like, dishwashers are supposed to wash them. You just put the dish directly into the dishwasher, like crust and all in there. I'm just like, I don't. What?
You should take the pizza crust out if you're gonna put it.
I don't know.
That'll clog your pipe.
I guess so. And like that's the thing is like when I put like dishes with food caked on them, it's like where does all that cake go?
Exactly.
Yeah, where is it now?
Where? I don't know. Do you believe that like do atoms change? Like
For some reason, I thought you were about to ask me if I believed in God. I was like, this conversation is taking a weird turn. Because now we're getting into belief systems. You're asking me about atoms.
But anyway, I am so excited about my cup washer. We're putting in the goddamn kitchen in the future. It's coming. 2023 is the year of the kitchen. It's happening.
I am excited for you. I think that's great. I'm happy for you. Oh, shut up. Sorry, there's an ad playing. Yeah, I think that's great. You don't have to.
This has been my whole world. Like literally, I've been working from sunrise to 2:00 in the morning for 2.5 weeks straight, not looking at a fucking thing that's happened in the world. I have completely been cut off.
Well,
and
why
I
don't
feel
we
like
talk
a man
about some
lost in
news?
time.
Why don't we talk about some news?
Please catch me up.
Let's talk about some news that's relatively close to us. Sir, clearly you missed the Star Wars celebration.
Well, I didn't have tickets.
I mean, I didn't have tickets either, and like I didn't realize that they were celebrating, and I was like, I never got an invite. Like I found out after the fact, but I was like, cool, like I had stuff going on anyways, so like I probably wasn't gonna be able to make it, but
It's nice. It's just nice to be invited.
yeah, it's just nice to be asked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I forgot that this was even like a thing.
Is it? But it's usually around May the 4th.
I thought it was in May too. Like when I heard about it, I was like,
they're trying to piggyback off the thing.
yeah,
and
the
do
thing. But then they're probably like, that's too derivative, too on the nose.
No, let's do it on April 8th. The fuck.
Let's have zero fun with it, folks. Zero fun. But yeah, they announced a whole bunch of shit.
Did they?
Yeah. Where are you with Star Wars now? What is your take?
Here's the thing. I will always have a love for Star Wars. Name my fucking son after a character, for God's sake.
Yeah.
However, I will say the waters have been muddied a lot.
Yeah.
And right now, we just watched the first episode of the new Mandalorian series. So, like, we're not caught up. We didn't finish Obi-Wan Kenobi because it was fucking dumb and stupid.
Okay.
Haven't watched the movie with the French guy. From Rogue One.
Oh, the show?
Yeah, we haven't watched any of that.
French guy. What?
But yeah,
We
like
yeah.
we have a love for it, but like we're no longer diehard fans. I don't think.
I mean, I was never a diehard fan to begin with.
Well, no.
But it is what it is. We're kind of in a similar position as that. We have not watched Obi-Wan. We have not watched Andor. We only just started The Mandalorian. It's okay. We started an episode today, and then midway through, we went, let's watch something else.
Oh wow.
Like
Wow. Okay.
yeah, and yeah, it's unfortunate because like you want to like the show, but then you're like, I'm not. This is not what I'm here for, and like I get it. It like they're trying to expand the universe for a story purpose, but at the same time, I'm just like, you could do that without me. Like I could come in on the next one. How about that? How about
Right.
you do what you're gonna do? I'll come in on the next one. Andor is the best thing Star Wars has ever done. I will say I've heard a lot of positive things about Andor. People seem to like that show. People seem to like it. And
Well,
it is
cinema,
getting a season
right.
2. It is getting a season 2, which means Rogue One hasn't happened yet.
That's true because we know the end of that one.
We know how that ends. So yeah, The Mandalorian's been okay this season. I guess a lot of people have had complaints about it, that it's not as good as the other two. I'm just like, I'm just here for the ride sometimes. I don't necessarily need like the next best thing every single time. Sometimes I just like to chill,
You know, it's like I yelled at my kids the other day. Okay, my kids were outside playing basketball.
Yeah.
Right. And the kids were outside playing basketball, and the boy's 6. Okay.
Yeah.
He doesn't quite get the rules yet. And the daughter's 11. And so and they're both competitive as hell. And so I'm on the phone and I just hear screaming back and forth, this, that, and the other thing. And I just go out there and I said, hey, don't you guys know how to have fun? Listen, he's 6. I don't care if he knows how to dribble the basketball all the way. Okay?
Oh my God. That is probably like the most mind-blowing parent thing ever. Like, not scolding a child for like being bad or doing something wrong, but just being like, hey, like you're supposed to be having fun. Have fun.
Yeah, this is supposed to be a fun thing.
Yeah.
Both of you are making it not a fun thing. Go back to making it a fun thing.
But like that's the thing is like kids take things way too seriously for some reason.
Yes.
Yeah, like we were all like that. But yeah, so Christy and I were kind of like, I don't want to say we're exhausted or burned out. I mean, I won't speak for Christy on that. For me, like I was never a big Star Wars fan to begin with. I enjoyed the trilogy, the original trilogy. There have been some movies and content along the way that I've enjoyed. But again, I'm just along for the ride. So whatever you give me, I'll check out. But then I'll, probably go do something else midway through. But a lot of stuff was announced. When the hell was this? Whenever the fuck the Star Wars celebration was.
Okay.
A few days ago. What's today? I didn't realize we're already like in the middle of April, by the way.
Bro? You
Bro?
don't have to tell me twice.
Bro. I
still owe a piece of content for this month.
Oh shit.
I don't know where it's going to come from either.
Yeah, wait a minute. Oh, I think I hit my quota.
I think you did.
I think I did. Yeah, look at that. I got more I got to do though this month. So let's go through the Star Wars celebration. We'll talk about what was announced. One thing I'm curious to know though from you, as being a diehard, lifelong Star Wars fan, how do you feel about the sort of rapid expansion of the universe right now?
Oh, you cut out on me. How do I feel about
How
what?
do you feel about the rapid expansion of the Star Wars universe right now?
It's fine. Like,
You're cool with
here's the
it?
thing. I'm fine with it because it's not mine. It's not for me.
Right.
Like, it's not meant for me.
That
It's meant for the kids coming up that need to find their thing because, you know, we've had what, fucking 9 movies about like white dudes. Like, fucking let's figure something else out.
yeah, legit. I kind of feel the same way. I'm not really burned out on all the announcements because, like I said, like haven't watched Obi-Wan. I don't feel like I'm missing anything. Haven't watched Andor, despite the praise. I don't feel like I'm missing anything. Haven't played all the recent games. Maybe I'm missing something there because I like video games, but also like who has the time?
Who has the
Who
time?
has the time? Just tell me it's good and I'll believe you. And I feel like this is the thing that's happening across all, well, not really genres, but like pop culture as they refer to it. Or like it's happening with Marvel. It's they're trying with DC. Maybe one day they'll get there. It's happening with Star
Maybe.
Wars. It's happening with all these other properties where they're just rapidly expanding these universe, and trying to keep adding more content. You don't need to watch everything. You don't need to consume everything. You can
can't.
pick and choose. You can't. You can't do that. You're gonna just, it's too much. Okay?
I mean, that would be the only thing you do. Is consume.
Exactly. And the older I've got, the more I say, I don't want this, like this. Like this is cool, but like
Yeah, no, that's all right. Yeah.
but like the this thing over here, I don't want that to be my entire life. I like being able to pick and choose, go over here for a little bit, swim in here, dip my toe over there, try that
Sure.
twice. Who knows? Maybe it'll be good.
Everything.
Yeah. So announcements for Star Wars. Big news on new movies. We are getting 3 new movies.
Okay.
One of which, I believe, will be a Mandalorian centric movie to sort of cap off that story arc.
Oh, okay.
So that saga, if you will,
Is they're gonna Firefly it.
that I guess they're gonna Firefly it. That'll be directed by David Filoni, I believe. Right? Let's see. Go back. Yes, that'll be directed by David Filoni, who's exec producer on the Mandalorian show. I feel like Dave Filoni is one of those guys who, like, if you're a big Star Wars fan, you know that like he kind of helped reshape Star Wars in a way.
Yeah.
So
But one cowboy hat at a time.
one exactly. And then there's going to be another movie directed by James Mangold, who directed Logan. He also directed the upcoming Indiana Jones movie.
Oh shit.
He is making a movie that will go back to the dawn of the Jedi. So, and
What does that mean?
apparently this is a movie set like 2,500 years in the past.
Wouldn't it be fucking something if the Jedi started as a guy who wrote a lot of fiction about aliens coming to space? Like, it's all been Scientology this entire time.
I see. I was gonna say the Mormons.
The Mormons.
The Mormons.
Yeah. Who got it right?
I heard that and I was like, but do we need it?
We don't need it.
Do we need? See, like, this is the thing. Do we need to keep going back? Because it seems
only
like
thing-
a lot of people are trying to create stories about the past. And it's like, there have been maybe very few pieces of content that were like prequel that I'm like, okay, like I'm into this. Like I don't care. Like I feel like I already know
This
the
is
lore. I don't need to see it.
the only past I want to see, and this is the way I want to see it. Okay, they need to do Knights of the Old Republic
Okay.
as a movie.
Okay.
However, they need to clue it where you get two alternate endings depending on light side or dark side, and you don't know
Okay.
which one you're getting until you walk into that movie theater.
That would be something. I wish movies would do that again.
I mean, it didn't work, so that's why.
But
It was
like
a
it would
terrible
get
flop.
people talking. You know?
It did.
Maybe not in a good way.
It was an excellent movie.
Absolutely. So that's going to be going down, and then there's going to be another movie directed by Shermeen Obaid Shinoy, who's an Academy Award and Emmy Award winning director behind Ms. Marvel, Saving Face, and this movie will be set around the events after The Rise of Skywalker, and it will feature Daisy Ridley back as Rey Star Wars. Yeah. I mean, I'm fine with it. Like,
it's okay.
But I mean, I'm fine with it in the sense that this is a step forward,
Right.
with a new
right.
character telling a new story instead of just retrofitting the past. So, like, of all the ones that were announced, I feel like this is the one I'm actually most intrigued and interested in, because it's like, okay, we're not dwelling on what happened previously. We're going to the next thing. Okay? We're going to the next one.
The thing, though, is that if they keep doing this, then Luke Skywalker is going to become Kevin Bacon. Like, how many degrees from Luke Skywalker are we going to get if we keep, like, well, Rey is going to be the daisy chain of that saga into the next saga, who's then going to daisy chain into the next saga.
Kind of like that's kind of like the Marvel mentality of, like, you throw this character in that movie, you throw that person in this show. I mean, like, I'm fine with it. Like, as long as like we're getting new stories about like new events.
Yeah.
Like, I'm at a point where I care very little about what happened pre A New Hope. Realistically, pre Return of the Jedi. Anything before the events of Return of the Jedi, I'm just like, I don't really care, guys. Like, I feel like I know the story already.
Yeah.
Like, let's just
if nothing else, we got the cliff notes.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that by moving forward and progressing the story more, what you can do is you can open up the universe in a way where they're kind of doing this now with the shows, but like, I feel like you can really dive into new territories and not have to sort of always build towards what we know is going to happen. Because I feel like no matter what show or what movie that's like a prequel series or a prequel movie, some element of it is always going to be building to the events of Phantom Menace, the events of A New Hope,
right?
The events of, Return of the Jedi, things like that. So you're kind of pigeonholed to always focusing on those stories where, like, let's do something weird. Let's do something new. I want, you know what I want? I want a Star Wars horror film.
Oh.
Like something that is spooky, creepy, dark, not for kids.
Okay.
That is like set in the current new universe of Twi'leks.
A lot of Twi'leks in that movie?
I mean, I don't know. I'm not writing it. I could. But I won't. And apparently, the new Star Wars films are also pretty far along in development.
Oh, so they already
So like
started.
they're already going with this.
Mm-hmm.
So we might get more news on that soon. And then other big news coming from the celebration: Star Wars finally looks back on a beloved era as the Old Republic returns to canon. Star Wars: The Old Republic is one of the most beloved eras in the extended universe, but it has been left largely untouched by Disney's movies and TV shows. That
true.
may be about to change, though, if a timeline shown at the celebration is anything to go by. Shortly before announcing several new movies, Lucasfilm studio head Kathleen Kennedy took to the stage to share her vision of what Star Wars will look like in theaters. That means broadening the timeline. And then they showed an image. Let me see if I can pull this up real quick.
I swear to God, they better do my idea.
I mean, I feel like I have heard rumblings of them wanting to do Knights of the Old Republic in some
Well,
capacity.
it was supposed to be a game reboot,
Right,
and then they squashed that.
right. But on the timeline, which I guess is for like the events of the films, you've got the Old Republic, you've got the High Republic, you've got the Fall of the Jedi, Rise of the Empire, Age of the Rebellion, the New Republic, and then Rise of the First Order. So for me, I see that and I'm like, again, not that thrilled because we're just staying within this box that we've been in for the last, 50 years now, almost?
You know what they should do? They should do a coming of age story of kind of like a Fast Times in the High Republic.
Just like a Dazed and Confused set in the Star Wars universe.
Like
That I would be okay with. Like if you want to shoot me like a Dazed and Confused Star Wars flick set during like the Rise of the Rebellion or the Rise of the Empire, like I'm on board with that. Because that's weird enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something different.
Yeah. We've also got a new trailer for the Ahsoka TV show, which looked pretty good.
Okay.
I think. Let me see. I don't know exactly where this falls within the timeline. I'm guessing this is more current, perhaps. The trailer was action-packed as you expect, and you also saw the return of Star Wars Rebels characters.
Oh.
Mon Mothra was also shown. While we didn't get to see him in full, we did get a glimpse of a live-action Grand Admiral Thrawn. I started hearing whispers about Thrawn's return, heir to the Empire. I think this might be a sort of lead-in to the rise of the New Order, perhaps? Like maybe post-Jedi? Kind of like right around the same time as The Mandalorian.
Okay.
The trailer looks cool. I will say that. I'm a little bit interested in it. So, like, we'll probably check it out. So yeah, I never watched Rebels. I never watched enough of
Rebels is a good show.
I've heard Rebels is a good show, and I'm willing to accept the fact that it is a good show. Cool.
The thing is, like, even if you wanted to watch Rebels, it's like 7 seasons.
And
Like, who the fuck?
well, that was like Clone Wars.
Right.
Like I would tune in and out of Clone Wars sometimes. And I'm just like, there's so much here.
Yeah.
There's so much, and like apparently like because Clone Wars was a Dave Filoni show. Like everybody's like, yeah, it's one of the best things ever. And I'm just like, cool.
I believe you.
I believe you. Just tell me what happens.
Yeah.
just let me know. And then they announced like some of the cast and some of the other people who are going to be in it. Andor season 2 slated for release next year. And then there's going to be another Disney Plus show called The Acolyte, which has been said to be okay. It's said to be Frozen meets Kill Bill.
I'm interested.
Those are two things that do not go together.
No, that like a musical slashing throats
A
of letting
kids
go.
musical and a Tarantino film. Yeah. Let's see. So the Acolyte is set during the end of the High Republic era.
Oh shit! Here we go.
Slated for release in 2024. The show will delve into the Star Wars universe and tell the story of this entire world. This is what the show creator. So this is what the show creator said.
Okay.
It will delve into the Star Wars universe and tell a story of this entire world that I love so much from the perspective of the bad guys.
Oh, fucking Razor Ramon's in it?
Yo, that'd be dope. For real. What I pitched to Kathleen Kennedy was Frozen meets Kill Bill. Shockingly, she didn't kick me out of the building. It's High Republic near the beginning of the prequels and an exciting part of the timeline. Is it, though? This is when the bad guys are outnumbered. They are the underdogs. I'm really excited for you guys to see things you haven't seen in live action yet. This is one of those things that I'm like, okay, I know people love a good anti-hero.
Right.
I know people love a good story about a bad guy. Sopranos, Breaking Bad, The Wire, whatever. Are we at a point, though, with Star Wars where we can be like, yeah, let's make content where we root for the bad guy? You know?
I mean, if you ask my son, he roots for the bad guy all the time. So,
Okay.
like,
I mean, so apparently this show will be for him.
The show will be for him.
The show, okay, so apparently the show is going to, like, challenge the Star Wars universe. I'm really intrigued by this Kill Bill meets Frozen thing.
Yeah, I mean, it is interesting. That's a hell of a hook.
Yeah.
I do want to talk about something about Star Wars Celebration that I do know about,
Okay.
because I may not pay attention all the time, but one thing that I always pay attention to all the time are my Disney theme parks.
Oh. You got theme park news?
So there was some theme park news that was announced at the Star Wars Celebration, and that is Star Tours will be getting new scenes added.
Really?
Starting next year.
So we're going to have to ride that multiple times in a row again.
The thing is, here's the point. As someone who goes all the time, right now, Star Tours is one of the best rides in any theme park.
Dude,
in the world.
It ruled. It was way better than it had any right to be.
And the thing that also rules hard about it right now is that it don't matter what time of day it is. Max wait is 15 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can ride that motherfucker all day if you want.
Yeah.
Problem is, you start adding new scenes.
It's going to generate some interest. Yeah.
Right. So what happened like 10 years ago when they added in the new scenes from the original, where they started putting in like the Phantom Menace and fucking all these other scenes, is that they would run a specific section constantly. So once they add these new scenes in, my fear is that A, the lines are going to go up, and B, that you're always going to get like the same one of the scenes every time you ride it, and part of the thrill is that you don't know what you're going to get
Right.
when you go on. However, I am excited about new scenes. So kind of like I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it.
I mean, I'm sure a few months after it opens, the lines will go down.
Probably. It is one of the best, like, not kept secrets because everybody knows it's there, but like one of those guaranteed, like, this line's long, what do you want to do? Fuck it, let's go ride Star Tours again. It's like a go-to.
It's also really good if you just need like a break but still want to do something. You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so just rounding out this list real quick because there's still a whole bunch of shit here. We've got another show called The Skeleton Crew. The show honed in very much on a Goonies inspiration. So
I hate the Goonies.
but it's like not a bunch of kids, I don't think.
Okay.
Oh no, wait, it is about a bunch of kids.
By the way, can we stop with this kid saving the day nonsense?
Kids saving the day.
Like, when was the last time? Like, I mean, I have a 6-year-old and he's great, but he can't pull me up from a volcano. Okay, he just can't.
8 months happening there.
Yeah, can we stop with this this trope of like kids say because they can't? Okay, they just can't, and I'm sorry, but that's just kind of facts.
Yeah. There will be a Lando Calrissian show starring Donald Glover, so that is happening.
Oh,
Christy thought it was about skeletons. I don't know if I was joking when I said that.
thanks for a better show. Don't pitch me a better show.
Yeah,
okay?
Exactly. Some video game news. You can go find that, and then there's like oh my god, there's so much fucking news, but like none of it is really. It's just like casting information.
Right.
There's some that Rian Johnson's Star Wars trilogy is not actively in development. Star Wars Celebration 2025 will take place in Japan.
Oh.
So go to Tokyo Disney and then stop on over to the Star Wars Celebration.
Well, we got to do our trip.
We do got to do our trip.
We got to go out to California.
We got to go to Cali, and then we got to go Tokyo.
Tokyo.
And then what's after Tokyo?
Like Hong Kong.
Hong Kong.
Then Shanghai.
Hong Kong, Shanghai, Paris.
Yeah, Paris.
And is there one in the UK, or one in England?
No, that's Paris.
It's Paris. Okay, and then back to Florida.
And then back to Florida.
Yeah.
Make it happen.
I'm ready. I'm ready to do it. So okay, as we do on this show, we have some tools.
We have some tools. We have technology.
We have technology.
How
but
can I get invited on this tour? You can put your cold hard cash down, Fenton.
Let me see if I can do. Hang on. Let me.
Christy, how much do you think that trip would cost? If you had to put a, if you were doing how many jelly beans in a jar type of guess on how much a trip like that would cost with hotel, flights, and tickets to said park, what would be your jelly bean in a jar guess per person?
10 grand minimum.
How much?
10 grand minimum.
10 grand. Well, yes, but like this fucking Price is Right rules, man.
$1.
Like,
$1, Bob.
Nobody's fucking guessed it. $2, asshole.
$2.27.
You already guessed. Fuck you.
How long at each spot? We'll say at least 3 days.
3 days.
3 days. 3 days at each spot. We'll say, which realistically, you got to give yourself probably like 5 days in the actual city. 5 days,
Yeah, like 3 days at the park,
3 days at the park,
but a
5
day
days at the,
arrival, a day leave.
yes. So yeah,
I'm trying to think what my jelly bean in a jar guess. Put it in the chat if you got one. It's what your jelly bean in a jar guess would be. I think I'm gonna say the whole thing per person, $26,000. That's my guess.
how much?
$26,000.
I feel like that's fairly
Got to figure in food.
food. Yeah. Travel expenses. You got a tip. And well, no, actually, you might not need a tip.
That's true.
America is a very tip-heavy country. A
true.
lot of other countries pay their service workers a livable wage. All right. We've got some artificial intelligence to dive into here.
Okay, what do we got today?
So I feel like we need to talk about the next big Star Wars craze.
Okay.
Right? Because listen, the like I was saying, like we keep focusing on the past, we keep focusing on Star Wars being within this, this very specific timeline. We need to expand forward. We need to go into the future. So here's what we got, folks. The next big Star Wars event is here. On Wednesday, the first wave of Rogue One merchandise hit store shelves, making it the first real big screen connection between Disney's Star Wars and Hasbro's My Little Pony. In 2017, Star Wars and My Little Pony celebrated a turning point for each brand, the film's 35th anniversary. As that anniversary draws near, there's bound to be fanfare surrounding toys and comics, not to mention merchandise tie-ins, because who doesn't love merchandising? A little more than a month ago, a viral petition called on Hasbro to create a real-life pony power armor costume for the Yoda character. The wearables use the power of the Force to fire energy bolts or other forms of physical force. The costume looked a lot like what a stormtrooper or other rebel soldiers would wear, though it was originally made for humans and not ponies.
Kirsty's saying under 10K.
Under 10K? Damn. Maybe this is obtainable. Now more pony power armor is hitting store shelves, and it looks a lot like the animated show. The new outfits based on the pony characters, known as Imperial Flyers, the elite guard, feature translucent materials that let light through the armor to give the illusion of 4 different colors. The 4 new power armor kits were first revealed on Hasbro's Facebook page, and the response was pretty positive. This follows the appearance of a dinosaur power armor set in November, which was originally expected to be based on the original Hasbro MLP toys. In fact, to coincide with the new toy line, Hasbro released trailers for a special TV episode that will feature Power Armor toys. You can check out the clip below. There's no link, by the way. The outfits aren't out in the wild yet, but they will be on shelves next month. The Power Armor looks even cooler than the dinosaur ones, so there's no question they'll be popular, especially for younger fans.
So this is Star Wars meets My Little Pony meets Power Rangers.
I was getting more Fallout vibes with the
Okay, all right.
with the Power Armor and all that.
I mean, it's an area they haven't gone yet. So,
at what point do we just get away from like the Star Wars universe as a whole and just like completely like penetrate into something new, like within the Star Wars IP?
Like, are we talking about like a droid series, or are we talking?
No, I'm talking about like they find Earth.
Oh, like Star Wars finds Earth?
Like Star Wars finds Earth.
Yo, what if we find out that Boba Fett killed Kennedy?
Bro. There. Hang on.
What if it turns out that we never went to the moon because that's no moon?
It was the Death Star all along. I'm gonna let this run for. I'm just gonna see if there's. Nah, this isn't as good as I thought it was gonna be. Never mind.
Give me a goddamn Star Wars conspiracy theory show. That's what we need. That I need a Star
The Force is turning everybody into gay frogs.
Yeah, we need a Star Wars info wars. That's a fucking show.
Let me tell you something. I've been hearing about this Luke Skywalker guy for so long now, but I want to know who his daddy really is. Some people say he's actually a dark side guy.
It's just Watto.
It's just.
He's just spreading rumors.
He's still bitter about the whole deal with Anakin.
Yeah, he's about the fucking chance cube.
Yeah, yeah. He's like, I lost this slave kid that I have over a piece of dice. These Jedi, they're always out to trick you.
That's right. Don't there's a pedophile ring under the blue milk stand.
Oh my. Have you ever just thought from the dark side? Maybe the Empire is doing good. You ever think about that? Maybe think about it from their perspective.
See, this is the show they could be making.
This is the show they could be making, but they're not. No.
They're fucking bringing Rey back.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, it could be good. Again, moving forward. That's all I'm about. Moving forward. Yeah. And speaking of which.
Yeah. It is time.
It is time to say, folks, we do this show each and every single Wednesday right here on youtube.com/BrainWreckTV at 10/9 Central. Also, we do the internet's favorite game show, Don't Be an Asshole, which goes live each and every other Thursday night on youtube.com/BrainWreckTV. Again, at 10/9 Central. We got a new show probably coming tomorrow night.
Probably coming tomorrow?
I got a weird thing happening with my schedule right now. I got to get confirmation tomorrow morning, but we'll see what happens.
Okay.
But so be sure to follow us on Twitter, which will have an announcement on whether or not we're going live. And if we don't go live tomorrow night, we'll probably do like
Should
a
we
makeup.
stop with the Twitter?
No. Well,
is Twitter dead?
Yes, Twitter is dead.
What are we doing?
Twitter is a bag of shit. But we got to promote somehow.
We could do like a gram.
A gram and a talk? Well, no, you can't really do the talk.
Well, not the talk, but what if we took like a wacky screenshot before each episode and put it on the gram, and we're like, "Hey, we're going live.
We're going live, folks."
Yeah.
I'd be down for that.
Let's try a little something different.
Twitter is just like a bag of nightmares right now.
Yeah.
Social media as a whole. Maybe we need to start finding out what the new social media is. And just start like we're exclusively on fucking Mastodon or Hive or I
don't know what any of those
Kick.
are.
Maybe we'll stream on Kick next.
Oh, we need to flyer our cities. Fenton's suggesting.
Oh, what if we what if we put QR codes everywhere? And we're just find the truth. Find the truth here. And then it's just me, ranting about whatever, and you being like, so I didn't know whether I should buy a 3-hole sink or a full hole sink or a 2-hole sink. Is that not the best fucking flipping the script, put up some bullshit QR codes around town and then it's just you. Like so here's the difference between like a different whole sink. Like they all serve a different purpose, but like we added like an automatic like cup washer to it. It was great. Yeah.
Changing the world.
Folks, we also have shirts and merchandise available.
Right.
All you need to do is go to tpublic.com/user/brainwrecktv to pick up yourself some cool Brainwreck merchandise. We got a link down below for you to click on. Very convenient.
Yep.
Very easy to buy from.
Pasta at midnight shirt coming soon.
Pasta at midnight. I got to put that together. We've got a few shirts we got to make. Maybe we'll make a 4-hole sink shirt. I don't see. Yeah, you know.
You're all plumbers if you have to be.
Exactly. Folks, we got so much more content right here on youtube.com/brainwrecktv. Check it out, subscribe, and tell your friends about it.
That's right.
That's all I got.
So, for this week, I've been Jason X.
I'm Kevin Graham.
It has been your show.
Peace.